don't stop. She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell cause the tea don't stop. Hit that bell.
Because the tea don't stop. Hey y'all, we are back again for another video. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up or like the video, because some of y'all be like, what's the thumbs up? It is liking the video. Y'all, we got to get into it though, because as much as I like Shamea, honey, we cannot not talk about what is happening with regards to the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
And y'all, I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say it. I'm going to put the disclaimer out there. I do like Shamea. For some reason, when, I constantly talk about certain people, for some reason, it's some weird people in the comments that think that when you either disagree with something or you don't like something and you constantly bring up the different issues, that for some reason you hate the person. I am so sorry that you all, whoever be in the comments with that, it's obvious that you grew up in a household that you were not able to express how you feel. And unfortunately, you can say what you don't disagree with. You can say what you don't like and still like the person, because hate, you know what, to be honest, there's not one person that I hate. I don't even know how it feel to hate. I may not like something, but hate, that is a word for whoever keeps saying it. Okay. So let's get into Shamea and her husband. And y'all been saying it. Some people been saying it. Is there really trouble in paradise? Because let me just explain to y'all something. The only reason why I'm allowed to talk about this stuff endlessly is because simply I'm on YouTube. This is what we do. Now, if I wasn't on YouTube, do y'all really think I would be talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta and everything that's happening? Absolutely not. So I said that to say this. When a person opens their mouth, you get to know what resides in the inside of them. Now, the fact that Shamea has been drugged all through the social media streets for the very thing that she continues to say and continues to be drugged is making me think maybe she's not as happy as we thought. Now, when y'all look at the comments, what some of the people were saying is, why would she go on Real Housewives of Atlanta? I mean, if her husband didn't want her to go, why would you put your family on a show and your own husband don't really want to be on the show? So is there maybe something going on that maybe she's trying to, set her own self up so that she has her own means of survival? Because 1 + 1 is 2, but for some reason it ain't adding up to, some of the things that she's doing. And I'm just like, girl, if you intended to come on this platform, which, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Bravo is a huge platform, you're actually making people not like you. So I don't understand her angle, and it's not making sense. And let's just get into it. We're talking about that situation with Angela Oakley. Now, Shamea talks to Andy Cohen, and again, she digs herself further in the hole with this entire situation. And for the love of sweet Jesus, I don't understand why she still don't get it. So the conclusion that I've come up with is she couldn't be happy, because if she was so happy, why is it that she can't see basic common courtesy? I have a husband. I respect wives. But when she made this statement, I said something ain't right in the household, y'all. Let's get into it.
Kevin 504 on Twitter wants to know why you acted like Angela was overreacting about Portia saying she should sleep with Charles.
Okay. We're talking about that same situation, y'all. We beating a dead horse because it keeps coming up. So she's on Watch What Happened Live. Watch What Happened Live. Watch What Happened Live. And the person wants to know, girl, we want you to explain why you didn't call out Portia for her comments about Charles Oakley. And this is what she had to actually say. Let's get into it.
I mean, what do you want me to do? I'm raising 2 daughters. Portia's not one of them. That's not my child. That's my friend. If you feel some kind of way about what she's saying, you say something to her. You check her. But instead, you hugged her, embraced
her. Okay. I don't know what to say at this point. What in the hell is Shamea talking about? And why does she seem so oblivious to what every woman around the world who watched this show simply is able to relate to? It can only mean one thing. She could not be as happy as she portrays, because if she is, she would understand common courtesy. But y'all, we got to listen to the rest of it, because when you listen to what she says and referencing her own husband, something ain't right in paradise.
her, and you've moved on rather quickly, but you're still mad at me for laughing. Ha ha. I mean, at the end of the day,
ha ha. Doesn't seem like somebody that it's even apologetic. This is real crazy to me. Like, this is so crazy to me. And one of the reasons it's so crazy is this is a lady that came onto the scene. Everybody was loving her. And you're going to lose out on people that want to listen to your song and buy your song because of Portia? Something in the milk ain't clean.
You can't keep a man that doesn't want to be kept. If she can actually pull Charles to sleep with him, then did you really have him? I said,
what? So now you're telling Angela Oakley, the married lady, that if Portia can really pull your husband, did you really have him? I don't know. I don't know, Shamea. I got a burp. Did you feel that way about, what's his name? 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐿𝐵𝐴DIA? Because word on the street is that you actually set Portia up with a married man. Do y'all remember this? Thank you, bestie, best matchmaker ever. Up and mother loving stuck. What's going on here? No accountability.
Same thing about my husband before you say, if the shoe was turned around or if it was on the other foot, how would you react? I would laugh. Because if you can take Gerald from me, good riddance.
Yeah, something about that doesn't add up. Like something, I don't know if we're going to see or hear about something later, but who in the hell says that? I get it. I understand where she's coming from, but understand this. There is a time and a place for everything. This wasn't the time nor the place. So she is tripling, doubling. She's stamping on that thing and drilling it into the ground like, girl, y'all stop talking to me about that. I don't care. If Portia can take Angela's husband, was it really Angela's husband is what she's saying. And for the life of me, I'm just thinking in my mind. I mean, I even know girls that, you know, wives who have a relationship with their husband where they both just do whatever and they come home together. They don't even say that. So I'm just like, what is really going on? I don't believe that this relationship is as solidified as we think, because this is not how a happy married person speaks. This is not it. And I'm with y'all in the comments because the comments is commenting and she's being dragged. And I mean, you don't have to sit up and read the comments to actually see the comments, right? So I'm just like, something ain't adding up with Shamea. I don't know what it is, but I do know of something that I haven't really spoke about because I was like, I don't know. They have had some financial woes, do I want to say? Very recent, as a matter of fact. But it didn't seem like anything significant because it's actually paid. So I didn't really talk about it, but I'm just trying to figure out what is really going on with these two. We see Shamea wanting to have a baby, which is fine. But I also wonder, there are people with no children that will be glad to have one. The fact that you have two, I mean, I get it. You want to have more. But I would think that sometimes in life, you just have to be grateful, especially when you say that you can actually die from having children. Now, I get it. You are having another surrogate, but I'm going to be honest with you. Based on, what went, with the other surrogate, I probably would just be like, I'm going to just be thankful for what I have. I don't know if this is something that needs to take place for her to stay married. I don't know. But I do feel like it's something more to Shamea that we're not getting. Because of the way that she's acting. It's a story that she's telling all without saying anything. No happily married woman is going to speak like this. And I don't know what kind of, relationship she has. But I can tell you this. Money is not everything, because we see people with a lot of money and they don't necessarily stay together, right? We saw this happen with, Porsha and Simon, although it seems like a very different situation. But what is going on here with Shamea? You cannot tell me that this is the reaction from a happily married woman.
Twitter wants to know why you acted like Angela was overreacting about Porsha saying she should sleep with Charles.
I mean, what do you want me to do? I'm raising two daughters. Portia's not one of them. That's not my.
What do you want me to do? I am raising two daughters, and Porsha is not one of them. Now, Shamea doesn't strike me as a person who is slow, but the fact that she's steady asking a question about what do you want me to do, when the only thing she needed to do was hold her friend accountable. But the reason that she can't hold her friend accountable is seemingly maybe because she's just like the friend. See, I can't hold someone accountable for something that I actually believe in what they said. You know what I mean? And then Shamea actually tells the story. At the end of this story, she says, well, wait a minute. Is it really Angela's husband if Porsha can take him?
Child, that's my friend. If you feel some kind of way about what she's saying, you say something to her, you check her, but instead you hugged her, embraced her, and you moved on rather quickly.
And then we talk about how Angela moved on. Now, people with no damn common sense understood exactly why Angela moved on. Angela didn't move on for the simple fact that she was so forgiving of Porsha. Let's just make it understood. She moved on for the simple fact of who Porsha was. And she knew what she would get from Porsha, which was absolutely nothing. So it's not, a situation where Angela moved on because, hey, we're going to brush over this situation. She moved on understanding who Porsha was, and Porsha is going to be who she is. And that's why she said, when I meet her, she not coming to my house, because no woman that says my husband will come to my house. But she held you, Shamea, to a different standard. And you're telling me you still don't get it?
But you're still mad at me for laughing. Ha ha. I mean, at the end of the day.
And that was really slick to throw in the ha ha. So we are just stomping on Angela's head right about now. Like, girl, ha ha, I said it. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm just not relating to Shamea right now. I feel like who I thought she was is really not who she is.
You can't keep a man that doesn't want to be kept. If she can actually pull Charles to sleep with him, then did you really have him? I said this.
If she can pull Charles to sleep with him, did you really have him? This is what you say, woman. This is what you say to a woman who is married, who's just asking you, Shamea, to take responsibility. She's losing people with this. Totally losing fans.
Same thing about my husband before you say, if the shoe was turned around or if it was on the other foot, how would you react? I would laugh. Because if you can take Gerald from me, good riddance.
And everybody is saying at some point, that clip is going to be replayed because y'all know what social media do. They don't let you forget nothing. Because I'm just like not really feeling Shamea right about now. Okay, let's just be honest. And while we're talking about it, let's get into some of the comments. And mine is there too. They say, girl, pretty much, why are you into Drew's business? Why are you into that business? Okay. And then somebody else is like, girl, you missing the point. Somebody else said, I think Angela's holding Shamea to a higher standard because she thinks more of her. Hello, no shade to Portia, but it is what it is. Y'all, didn't I just say this? I just said this. It's not that she's letting Portia off the hook. She holds you to a higher standard because she thought you was a woman, a married woman who respected marriage. But I don't think you do. As a matter of fact, I know you do. I mean, I know you don't, saying something like this. She's really missing the point. No, somebody said she's willingly missing the point. Yeah, she's doing this on purpose because nobody is this dumb because Portia got it. Why not just say it was wrong? And due to my loyalty to Portia, I didn't want to call it out for what it was. Now, in hindsight, I see I was wrong and I'm sorry. All good until somebody actually say it about Gerald. Don't come back next season if you care about your successes outside the show. This a bad look. Somebody else, which too many people don't agree with Shamea. Y'all more mad at Shamea than Portia for actually saying it, girl, whatever. No, she's not your daughter. However, she is your friend, and it is okay to hold your friends accountable. As a married woman, regardless how secure you feel in your marriage, you're not going to accept that. And someone else is saying, it's the blatant disrespect between a man and his wife. Y'all hoes be built different. You didn't even have to check her, but to laugh as if cheating is a joke and you're married. Girl, are you cool? Somebody else said, I'm shocked. She's draining. Like, it's just like, it's like, Shamea, what are you doing right now? Like, you are digging yourself into a hole. You're actually at this point burying yourself because people like, ooh. And then they're like, ooh, girl, you just like Portia. Because it's seeming like you like married men too. So of course you can't call Shamea out. I'm sorry, you can't call Portia out because allegedly, and this is what the people have been telling me, is that you're just like Portia. They said that you and Portia would run the streets back in the days looking for men, married men. This is what they said. I mean, people been here forever. They said it. They said they know you personally and you would run the clubs. And they said they're almost certain that that's where you met your husband. Was it like in a gentleman's club or something like that? I don't know. That's what they're saying. And now it's making sense. This right here. Thank you, bestie. Best matchmaker ever. Well, of course you wouldn't call Portia out, because if you in fact hit Portia up with a married man, just like you said, he was never Fallon's husband if Portia could get him. And I believe you said it. So, I mean, it's not like somebody else said it. You said the man was never hers, the woman's, if another woman can get the man. Be careful what you say. It tends to come back and bite you in the
Cause the
ass.
tea don't stop.